Hello, everybody. I'm BJ, and this is BJ Does. Let's talk about what's going on in the world today because it is a laugh riot. It is a laugh riot. An Antifa commander. He's the commander. Matthew Banta, 23, is charged with obstructing an officer and 2 counts of felony bail jumping, the station reported. He's also known to be a violent Antifa member who incites violence and otherwise relatively peaceful protests. Relatively. Good for you, media. Let's not tell the truth or believe it or not. Banta is also known as Commander Red, police told the station. Green Bay police told WBAY that they were called for a whole bunch of white people with sticks, baseball bats, helmets headed towards the police on Walnut Street near Webster Avenue Saturday night. I don't know who comes to a protest with a baseball bat of anything other than criminal illegal activity, Green Bay Police Chief Andrew Smith noted at the station. Stop calling them peaceful protesters. These are violent Antifa rioters. They're bringing weapons to these protests. They are not peaceful protesters. So stop calling them that. Stop calling them that. I get so frustrated with the media. Because they don't tell the truth. They don't tell the truth. Whenever the Tea Party was a thing, I co-founded a Tea Party. One of our rules was no violence. None. You see a police officer, shake his hand. You see a member of the military, shake his hand. You see a firefighter, shake his hand. It was all hugs and love. We never got violent. Never. And the one time a media personality said, "Oh, they're getting a little rowdy. I'm fearing for my life," they all stood there and laughed at her. Stop calling these peaceful protests because they're not. Ted Wheeler puts out a statement. And basically blames Donald Trump for everything. Kate Brown puts out this statement. Governor Kate Brown, a Democrat who's feuded with Trump, said in a statement that Trump has encouraged division and stoked violence. Who's been doing that? Kate Brown, who's been doing that? Right? Because you've gone out there and told these poor, innocent, peaceful protesters that Donald Trump is a big jerk and you can't do whatever you want. You can't burn down whatever you want and everything, so that makes Donald Trump a jerk. But despite the president's jeers and tweets, this matter of life and death, whenever it's completely incompetent response to the pandemic, where nearly 200,000 people have died, or the outright encouragement of violence in our streets, it should be clear to everyone by now that no one is truly safe with Donald Trump as the president. Joe Biden put out a statement the other day asking the question, do you think that America will be safer with Donald Trump as the president? What they're doing is they're trying to insinuate that all of the violence we saw in one day were the fault of the Trump supporters. They're trying to twist reality and try to say that it was a Trump supporter and a Patriot Prayer guy that shot an innocent Antifa member. Well, it's not true. It's the other way around. That's what we call the converse of reality. It was a violent, self-proclaimed anarchist and Antifa member with a Black Lives Matter tattoo on his neck that shot a guy for having a Patriot Prayer hat on. That's the truth. Do not allow these liberal politicians to twist the truth and make you think that one day of people driving through the streets is enough to incite violence for nearly 100 days. 100 days. Antifa and Black Lives Matter have been burning out the city of Portland, and the 31st day was when they actually brought federal police in to help the Portland police. They forced the Portland police to stand down and allowed Antifa and Black Lives Matter to injure police officers and try to burn down that courthouse. And they want to say that it's Donald Trump and us crazy right-wing extremists that are the ones that are causing all of the violence. It's a lie. It's twisting the perception. The left has gone off the deep end. And now, I love this. I love this. Ted Wheeler is moving out of his apartment because it's just too dangerous for him there. It's just too dangerous for him to be there because peaceful protesters are trying to burn down the building with him and all of the other tenants in it. This is a sick, twisted perception of what is going on. But you do have a little bit of good news in all of this. Portland, Oregon State police troopers have been deputized by the federal government. That means they can act on behalf of the feds even though they work for a state agency. Donald Trump has gone behind all of these left-wing politicians' backs, deputized the state police, and allowed them to bypass the city's agenda and charge these people with federal crimes. That is amazing. That is amazing because Mike Schmidt, the DA, is not prosecuting anyone. You realize that the guy that shot the Patriot Prayer member, he'd been picked up the week before on an illegal weapons charge. Now, you would think that liberals who hate guns, do not want guns in their city, might actually charge someone for having an illegal weapon. But no, that's not what happened. They let him go. As long as you've got a Black Lives Matter tattoo on your neck, they will let you walk out the door. They will let you walk right out the door. Have a nice day, sir. And Ted Wheeler has to move from his apartment because of all of the, quote, peaceful protesters, end quote, are just too violent for him to stay in his apartment. This is amazing. This is amazing. The cognitive dissonance that it takes to keep these narratives up. The sad part of it is the American people see right through it. The American people see right through it. They're playing a game that is not going to have a good ending for them. Now, Governor Brown, she can't run again. So we still have 2 years of her crap. Ted Wheeler, they're trying, the left and the right hate him. They want him gone. But the woman running against him is already already said she is Antifa. So good luck with that one, Portland. But I am so glad that number one, KATU is actually a really, they're pretty fair as far as the reporting on all of this, but they still have this tendency to say those peaceful protesters. The KATU is pretty good. The Oregonian, on the other hand, wow, wow, they are towing the line hard. Have nothing but praise for Governor Brown, have nothing but contempt for Donald Trump, and have nothing but these weird stories about the peaceful protesters and Mayor Wheeler. I mean, they'll report the news, but they'll skew it in a way that gives you the perception that Ted Wheeler's just doing the best he can. Well, no, he's not. He's allowing this to happen. The left wing in this state is allowing this to happen, and I don't know what their end game is. I can't figure it out. Are you just do you have such Trump derangement system that you will allow your state and your city to burn to the ground, that you'll allow Black Lives Matter and Antifa to run through your streets, killing people, beating people, knocking people unconscious, burning buildings out, burning black businesses out, burning POC businesses out of your area? Are you are you actually the racists and the fascists in this situation, and you're just blaming racism and fascism on everybody else? Because that's what it seems like to me. You know that book, White Fragility? She's an avowed racist. Think about it. They actually take that book, White Fragility, and they teach that book, and then they have everybody go around the room that's white that admit that they're a racist. Well, if you admit that you're a racist, you are at that point an avowed racist. Do they want people to be racist? Do they want people to believe that because they're white, they have privilege? Because conservative philosophy, center-right philosophy, and in most cases, even the center-left philosophy says, no, people are equal. People are equal across the board. Skin color just doesn't come into it. But you have liberals going out teaching these crazy ideas and making people avow themselves as racists. I I don't I don't I don't get it. But that's I guess that's a video for another day. If you like this video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Um, Go to shamarasdyer.com, buy something, share this video with your friends. I'm trying to get up enough followers so that I can do live streams. I'm trying to, raise enough money so that I can do this pretty much full time. I mean, I'm laid off right now, so because of COVID. Um, but yeah, we got some work to do, America. We got some work to do. Well, let's do it together. Let's get it done. You guys have a good day. I'm BJ. This is BJ Does. I will see you all later.